So it is morning. Well, not really. It is morning. It's around 10 a.m. And I'm looking inside the oven. And you see back there, let's go way back. I've got some ash. And that's from the last fire that I built, which was probably, I don't know, 12, 15 days ago, because we went on a little vacation. All right, so I have cleaned out the oven. I swept out the ash. I did not use the shop vac. I could have used the shop vac and gotten these little crumbs, but I just swept it, and it's fine. All right, I am lighting that fire. Let's see if I can do it with a single match. And see, I already got a little soot on my hand because soot is everywhere. All right, let's see if that takes. All right, so with only a few minutes in, I mean, it's only been maybe 10 minutes, not even, you see how that's lit, and you see how the backlogs are starting to catch, right? And if you look at my oven thermometer, you see how it's starting to register, okay? Okay, so you see we are, let's see, we are slowly climbing in temperature, you see it? But I will tell you this, that radiant heat that's coming out of there right now is pretty intense. You know what I'm going to do? Let's go get the thermal gun here and just give it a quick check on the floor. So you see how the floor is only at 381, right there, 476, okay, 459, right? So we just have to let this grow, let that radiant heat, let the floor absorb the heat, and you see how that flame is rolling over the top. Pretty soon, my dome is going to clear. You see I've got a little smoke coming out of the chimney, but it's not terrible. Yeah, you can see how the thermometer in there has ratcheted up a bit because I put that last log on. So yeah, we are on schedule. I figure in another hour, the floor is going to be at the right temperature and we're going to be making pizza. Okay, here we go. So my face not going to be in the frame, not so much. And today we're making Neapolitan style pizza. Not Neapolitan pizza, Neapolitan style, because, you know, I'm probably breaking some rules that I don't even know I'm breaking, but that's okay. And what you see here is a dough, 300-gram dough ball that grew a bit. It's made with 00 flour, and I'm just going to detach it without disturbing it too much. Get it into my floured surface, and now it's a very, very soft dough. But you see what I'm doing? I'm just trying to make the border. Now I'm going to push that out a bit more. That bubble is troublesome, but we'll figure it out. Okay. So the idea here is I want to pinch out to the crust because I want to have a nice fluffy crust. Okay. I'm just going to stretch a bit. Okay. Okay. I want to make sure I don't get any thin spots. And I want to make sure that I do have a nice crust border. I think we're good. Beautiful. Okay, now, since I'm still an amateur, I'm going to build it on the peel. I'm going to put some semolina down. Okay. All right. Stretch that out there. And I will tell you, as an amateur, I've always had a tendency to over sauce, but we're going to try to not do that. Now, the hard part here is, you see the tomato is a chunky tomato base, right? So that's all I'm going to lay on there. I'm going to try to not put more than that, and let's just spread it out nice. Right? I don't want to add more sauce than that. And it is a little bit harder to spread chunky, but I think the chunky makes a better pizza. I don't want to go all the way to the edge. Oh, you know what I have to go inside the house and get? I have to get the olive oil. I forgot to bring out the olive oil. That's fine. I'll go get it. Okay, I've got some nice extra virgin olive oil. Now, I have to apologize for what I'm about to do here. But my wife said she wants pepperoni on her pizza. And, you know, that's okay. I'll let her have pepperoni. So I'm just putting bits of mozzarella on. Right? Not too much. I think that's plenty. Yeah, that's plenty. Okay? And then I've got some shredded Parmigiano Reggiano. I did not put any oregano down, but I think that's okay. I'll lay down some pepperoni. Now, I would not have put the pepperoni if it was just me, but it's okay. It's okay. And now, a tiny little drizzle of olive oil. Let's see if I can get a nice thin drizzle. That's it. And into la oven it goes. Oh, wait, before we do that, let's now stretch it out a bit. Okay. I could stretch it out a little bit more. Okay, now it goes. Okay, it's in the oven. Now this oven, the floor of that oven, let's get a shot of the floor. There is 538 there, 928, 961. We're getting different readings, but I just have to keep turning it, okay? So let's make sure. You see how it's starting to puff already, right? So I want to make sure that I don't burn any edge. So I'm going to just keep turning it. And this should be a 2-minute pizza. Look at that. How beautiful that is. You know what I'm going to do? I've got that camera here, but let me bring this one into focus here. Look at that. Okay, now let's just zoom in a little bit, can I? Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, look at how quickly that dough is puffing. That's beautiful, isn't it? Just keep turning it. Now you see how it's starting to leopard spot there? Now I'm getting a little bit of leoparding on the bottom there. Right, I want to make sure I don't burn anything. I want to make sure the cheese melts. And then after we enjoy this pizza, we're going to do a white pie. And I'm going to rip off Best Pizza. Best Pizza does a white pie with dollops of ricotta and some caramelized onion. I'm doing that. So sorry, Best Pizza. I'm ripping you off. But, you know, hey, that's the highest form of flattery, is it not? But this one's looking good so far. I mean, look at that. You see how the bottom part, I don't know if we can see that in that camera. We'll see. Look at that. It's taking shape. A couple of those embers fell. I'll have to sweep it again. I want to make sure that the embers are further away from the pizza. See how the logs are falling in the back? That's okay. I'll just use I have a really nice brush. The oven came with this really nice wire brush, so I don't even have to wipe it with a damp cloth because the brush does a great job of getting the floor clean. And you see how everything's bubbling nicely, and it looks like the pepperoni is starting to burn a bit. And you see how I'm starting to get some char spots on the crust, which means this is coming out like right now. Let's see. Let's get a better look at it. Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm going to give it another 30 seconds or so. Oh, that is a beautiful pie. Okay, that's coming out. And now we're eating it inside, which means I have to shut the cameras down out here. But look at that pie. Isn't that lovely? Let's bring it over here and set it down. You know what? I'm going to give it a little bit more time. I don't want the crust to burn. I'm just going to let that cheese bubble up a little bit more. I think we're good. Okay, that's coming in. All right. Placed it on a wire rack, but let's do this. Watch. See, it's crunchy on the outside. You hear the crunch? Yes. Let's get a little closer to the microphone. Right? Crunchy on the outside, but soft in the middle. That's coming in. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to slice it up now. Wow. Oh, that looks great. Okay, let's bring one up close. Look at that. See how the crust is soft and crunchy, right? It's a beautiful slice. You know what? Let's taste one. Oh, wow. Oh, that's good. Okay, so here's our second pizza for today. Again, it's only the two of us in the house, so I don't want to make like a lot of pizza. And remember, that oven, even though it's making pizza now, it's going to be hot for quite a while. So same thing, right? It's going to be a Neapolitan style pizza, right? I'm just pinching the crust. But this one's going to be a white pie, and I'm ripping off Best Pizza. I saw it. I saw it on YouTube. I've seen it on TV. I've done it because it looked amazing, and it is amazing. And I'm going to do caramelized onions, and I'm going to put some speck on it. Okay? And I want to be very gentle with the dough. I don't want any thin spots. I got a little bee circling around here. I don't know what he wants, but I found him messing around in the speck. I don't know what that's all about. Right? I want to pinch off the crust. I don't want the crust too big, but I want it to be discreet, right? Okay. No thin spots. I think we're good. Okay. So, he's just all over my speck. Isn't that crazy? I don't understand it. I don't. Okay. So, here's what we're going to do for this white pie. I'm going to lay down a little bit of cheese blend. This is just like some grated mozzarella, Parmigiano, and provolone. Just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to put down some fresh mozzarella. Again, my big problem with making pizza all these years is that I tended to be too heavy-handed with the toppings. So I'm going to try to relax on that. Okay, some Parmigiano Reggiano, because that's important. Okay, and now let's spread it out a bit. Okay, let's see if I can make a little quenelle. Right, I want to make a little quenelle over here. I don't want too much. I just want a little quenelle. And for those of you who are asking what a quenelle is, it's supposed to be like a little egg, but you know, I don't have that skill. I'm going to put one more right here. That's it. Okay. All right. And now let's get some of those caramelized onions. And again, so these caramelized onions, I took a sweet onion and I sauteed it until it was caramelized, and then I deglazed it with a little bit of port wine. So these onions are magnificent all by themselves. I'm just going to put a little bit of onion by the side of each quenelle, and again, not too much. A little bit more there. Not too much. You know, that was my problem. I always seem to go a little bit too heavy-handed. Okay, and now a little bit of speck. Now maybe I'll just do it like that, huh? Piss the bee off a little bit. Right, again, I don't want to get too heavy-handed with this stuff. All right, I think that's good. A tiny bit of olive oil. Beautiful. Okay, and into the oven it goes. Okay. Sweet. Okay, let's bring this camera a little closer so we can see what's going on inside that oven. Okay, and now I need to make sure that I don't let the back burn. Right, I can see already that that back is starting to get color. It's getting color too fast. I don't want it to get too much color too quickly. I've got a little bit of flame in the back. I just wanted to cook with a little bit of flame. But remember, that floor, let's see what the floor is at now. That floor back there is 503, 794, 777 in the back. Towards the front, it's still 600 in the front. So you see how fast that crust crisped up, right? We puffed quickly. And you know, I may have not put enough cheese on this pie. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's going to be fine. Maybe I should have put a little more. You know, I always had a tendency of putting too much. Let's see what this does. Wow, look at that. You see how it's starting? You see the bottom is starting to get that little leopardy? Oh, wow, look at that. Beautiful. So again, you know, when I make the different types of pizzas that I'm messing around with, the temperature is obviously important for the different types of pizzas, and then obviously the dough is important. So this is a 70% hydration dough that's using 00 flour. So it's, you know, it's along the lines of a Neapolitan style pizza, and then I'm using the really high heat, which is making that crust cook quickly. And of course, you see the cheese is bubbling. So I think we're doing well. We are doing well here. I'm going to turn this shallow side inside there. Get a little color on that shallow side. And I suppose I could have brushed the edge with a little olive oil afterwards, but I didn't. But that's okay. Yeah, look at that cheese bubbling. That looks nice. The speck is cooking. Let's look underneath. Yeah, see how the bottom is getting those nice leopard spots? We are kicking ass here. Yeah, see, that's a little too much. I probably should have turned it sooner. I don't want to burn it. Right? Kind of hard to not. With that intense heat, it's really hard to not. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get it off the floor because I think the crust is burning too much. Let's just get that cheese melted well. I'm just raising it up so that I'm not burning the bottom anymore. I'm focused on getting that radiant heat onto the cheese. You see how it's bubbling? It's bubbling nicely. Let's take a look. Does that look good? I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to give it another 30 seconds. 30 seconds and that one comes out. And then we're going to just let the oven, you know, relax a bit. And then I'm going to do some other things because I'm cooking for the week out here. You know, I think that's done. That's done. Bring it in. Here it is on the wire rack. And again, look at that. Crispy on the outside, soft in the middle. That's going to be awesome. Okay, that's coming in the house. All right, so here it is on the board. You see we only have 2 slices of that left, so that was good news. All right, let's try to cut it. I'm gonna go right down the middle here. Okay. I think I'm just gonna cut that into 4s and take a look. Let's see, can I see that? Yeah, look at that. See it? How it's soft in the middle? Let's get a bite of that. Let's get a bite of that. Oh wow, that was so worth it.